Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to cilinixfxcapital. Hope you're all doing great, and welcome to the channel as well if you are new. In this video, we're going to do a full update on MONAD. Again, we'll talk about the current situation. We've had a nice short squeeze so far, although technically naming it a short squeeze is not the right naming. I'll tell you why in a moment. But we forced out some shorts. In general, we had some spot buying going on again around 2.5, 2.3 cents, which was obviously below the ICO price, but it's great that we actually had that. And now the major question is okay, can we actually continue this short squeezing move, or at least this bullish momentum, this strength, or was this it? And should we expect a pullback and lower prices again, consolidation around the ICO price around 2.5? That's what we'll talk about. So let's get right into it. My apologies. I've a little bit of trouble speaking. I have a bit of pressure on the chest, which don't worry too much about that, but that makes it a little bit difficult to make these videos. But let's get right into it. So ultimately, when we're talking about MONAD, this was to be expected, right? I mean, back on Sunday, what I told you is that, okay, there are a lot of shorts open still. I would expect some sort of a short liquidation move, but I think it's more likely we're going to push down lower first. That happened, and then I'm not certain if I made a video on MONAD yesterday, but I think yesterday I did tweet about it, and I told you all, yeah, I did not make a video about it yesterday, but I did place a tweet about it that possibly we could see some ICO holders get out. I think that is what happened over the majority of the day yesterday. Because the thing is, I mean, the ICO price of MONAD was at 2.5 cents. We dropped down below 2.5 cents right here at 2.4, 2.3. But psychologically, like if you bought the ICO and you did not sell at the highs right here, which obviously is something you should have done, then selling at 2.4 and 2.3 when the market circumstances seem so bearish is something you can sell yourself. You can say, okay, it's not a major loss. So there I think we saw some spot positions coming out, but ultimately you can see these two candles right here with the horizontal green lines. Those are shorts being closed. So shorts were closing at this level, which is a great thing, right? I mean, it doesn't always equate to a rally starting, but it definitely can. Shorts closing is almost as good as longs getting in. And then more importantly, what we saw during that whole period of time is that the CVD was still pushing down, right? So futures were still selling, but then you actually saw that in that same period of time that the price was actually going up. So there were signs of absorption, and then towards the evening we saw some long orders coming in as well. So we had short orders closing out, we had spot absorption, whoever that was, spot absorption, then we had longs coming in, and that is what forced the price higher. However, there's now two relevant things that I think we need to talk about. First of all, funding rates are still stable. So unfortunately, we cannot expect any momentum from that. But there's two things. I mean, like we never really got a major short squeeze. Like shorts closed, but they closed before we actually got to move up. And we've never had major short liquidations, while we do still have much, much higher open interest from a time when a lot of shorts were opened, right? So the conclusion we can make is that a lot of shorts are open still. And outside of that, we have spot absorption, which is a great thing. And seemingly there are still eager longs. There are still at least longs or at least traders, whoever, eager to long back into the price to push out those late shorts. And then outside of that, we also reclaimed a significant level right here at 2.85 cents. So I cannot say anything. And then we have all of those imbalances to the upside. First of all, at 3.2 cents, and then towards 3.5, 3.6 cents. Look, based on that, we can talk very, very long about this. We can talk very short about this. I think it's most likely we're going to rally up higher and liquidate some more shorts towards 3.3 and towards 3.6, 3.7 cents. First of all, 3.2, obviously. Then the next level, I would say even an intraday level is at 3.4. If we get some sort of a major liquidation spike at one of those two levels, which seems unlikely, but it is a possibility, that could be the local top as well. But I think especially if Bitcoin is able to get some sort of a short-term bottom here and some short-term bullish momentum, I think we can expect to move all the way up there. I do want to, at the end of this video here, I do want to stress that a further short squeeze and a further bullish momentum in general for MONAD, I think that is most likely. However, we have left some imbalances here to the downside. It is a possibility on the lower time frames that we do something like this, right? So we have time and space here, grab some liquidity to the downside, and then move up to those levels towards 3.5, 3.6. Those are my thoughts. That's what I think you need to know about MONAD for now. If you do have any questions, let me know down in the comments, of course. But for now, thank you for watching. Take care and bye.